Making some quick breadcrumbs. Just add your own seasoning and a slice of bread. Really quick. Cook your onions and bell peppers in about 2 tablespoons of oil. For this recipe, I am using Whole Foods 365 3 bell pepper blend. And as far as the oil I'm using an avocado oil. You want your veggies to be soft like this. In a bowl, I combine 3 of these wild caught pink salmon packets. You can use the canned variety for this quick recipe, is just as great, but I decided to use this and I broke it up in a bowl, as you can see here. So now I've added my soft veggies, the onions and 3 blend peppers. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in some seasoning, and what's in here is a little turmeric, salt, sea salt, parsley, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, and I also added a little bit of minced garlic. Now that I have all those ingredients well combined and mixed up, I'm going to add 1 egg, already mixed. I'm going to get that in, and my secret ingredient, which is, they won't even know, spinach. They'll think it's parsley. You can also do this with kale. I suggest if you use kale that you midway add it to your onions and bell pepper mixture and saute it just a little bit so that it softens up. Look how beautiful this looks, and all these seasonings mixed together. It smells wonderful. Now what I'm going to do is, remember the breadcrumbs I made? We're going to add some breadcrumbs. And I have one other ingredient not normally used in salmon croquette. I always think it's better to make your own breadcrumbs, as you can season them up and taste better than the store-bought production type. So if you can get some good bread and just add your own Italian seasonings or whatever seasonings you like, it's really, really good. So now I'm just going to add a little more breadcrumbs, and I'm going to get this mixed in and add the last ingredient, which I haven't seen anybody use, but I'm just going to use just a tad. That other ingredient is lemon juice. I'm just going to do a little quick squirt, and that's it, and mix it in. So here's our mixture here, and what I'm going to do now is make the patties. I just laid down a piece of wax paper, and I'm just going to take like a handful here and create my shapes. Now sometimes, you know, these are known to fall apart a little bit, but I think these are pretty moist and should transfer well to my skillet. I'll be transferring it to the same skillet that I cooked my peppers and onions in. Might as well take advantage of that flavor. So there. And so what I'm going to do is get these made up. And I'm going to move this so you can see it better. I'm going to get more of these made up, and I'll be right back. So now we have our patties. Like I previously mentioned, I am cooking these in the same skillet I used to saute my onions and 3 bell pepper mixture. And what I do is I add enough oil to cover the entire pan. So let's get them added. So my grease is pretty hot, and what I typically do is I spray my spatula with a little bit of an avocado oil spray so that they gently slide off into the grease. That helps with the breakage. I'm going to cook these for about 4 minutes on each side and fry up the other 3 I have left. While my salmon is cooking, I'll show you what I'm pairing it with, and what I'm using is some frozen peas and some of my homemade plant butter, herb butter with garlic. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there and get this cooking. We're also going to pair this up with this great mixture that's nice and quick. Takes 90 seconds in the microwave. And I'll also share with you my 2-ingredient honey mustard. I just use some Dijon and some local honey and simply microwave this. If you're not into microwaving, you can also just put this in a skillet and warm it up together. So after about 15 seconds in the microwave, you will get this yummy, delicious honey mustard mixture. Okay, let's get this plated up. Get my peas on the plate right here without them rolling all over the place. Scoop that here. I think I'll have another scoop. I'm a little hungry. So yeah, get that in there. We're going to take our rice. I'm just going to scoop some in the center here. Then I'm going to get my delicious patty on here. Here we go. Press that down on that. And I'm going to add my honey mustard here. Don't really need it, but gives it an extra kick. So there we go. So look at that plate of delicious salmon croquette on rice and peas with a little bit of honey mustard glaze on top. I'm about to jump into this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom. It'll let you know when I post videos. I'll be back with more exciting recipes. Thanks for joining me.